Yeah, hey guys. Just had to do this video. This is gonna be a bit longer than normal. Yeah, I just yesterday bought a very interesting book from Audible. This is as background, by the way. I just bought yesterday a fantastic book from Audible, the online audiobook site, which by the way is fantastic. They have a fantastic collection of books. And by the way, they don't pay me for this. This is not an advertisement or anything like that, but yeah, I just bought this book from there yesterday called "Man on the Moon." Man on the Moon, um, which is a story and um, chronicle story about the Apollo moon missions by NASA in the late 60s, early 70s. And I just started listening to it. I'm about 2 hours in. And this book got me thinking, by the way, it's a great book. But the main thing is that this book got me thinking, and I remembered when I was reading it or listening to it that there's this fantastic Australian movie called The Dish by uh, or the main actor in it is Sam Neal. So I decided to do some digging and see if it's available in the iTunes store for my Apple TV, and it was. So I decided because it was kind of cheap. It was something like $6.99 or $7.99. So I decided to buy it and uh, decided to watch it right then and there. And Yeah, I actually watched that movie a couple of years ago, but I never got through it. I never got to the end. And but today I decided to just watch it from beginning to end with no interruptions. Made some popcorn and that kind of stuff for myself, and really sat down and started watching it. And it was a very interesting, a very different movie. And The thing is with this kind of movies, because it was all about the NASA space program and Apollo 11 flight. So, but the funny thing was that it didn't feel like a normal, space movie. It felt like a fun family-oriented movie that had this fantastic story about this radio telescope in Australia, um, in this small town that they operated the telescope from, because this telescope transmitted the television signals from the moon to the earth. Yeah, it was. I'm rambling here a bit, but it was a fantastic movie. They should do movies like this more. And it's, by the way, it's a kind of an older movie. It's from 2001, and when I decided to do this video about it, I checked that what has Sam Neal done in the last few years, and I discovered that not a lot of major work he's in is now up and coming Thor Ragnarok. But that's about it of those big projects, because I have been wondering for quite a few years that where's Sam Neill, because he's still one of my favorite actors. He was in Jurassic Park 1 and 3, and he was in the absolute fantastic movie, The Hunt for Red October, which, if you are interested in submarine movies, it's like required viewing, I think. So go and check that out. But yeah, then I remembered that, oh yeah, he's in this movie, and as I said, I decided to watch it, and I'm so happy that I did, because it gave the whole NASA space program. It gave it a human feeling, because this wasn't in a big industrial setting, or any. There wasn't any big Hollywood kind of special effects in this movie. It was just the very like almost like a theatrical movie, if you get my meaning. It was all about the characters, and there was so many lovable characters in this movie. And because there weren't any other big stars or big names other than Sam Neal, it felt more real. This movie feels like it's the real deal. And by the way, that radio telescope is still there in Australia. So I will have information about it linked to this video below in the description. But it's a smaller movie. It's a fantastic story, and the I'm beginning to repeat myself, but the small town feel, or the small feel to the movie, fits it perfectly. And um, I'm actually so sad that Hollywood, whenever they do a space movie, they have to do it big. You get the feeling that Hollywood has this idea that if you do a space movie, you have to go all out on it. And this movie, The Dish, didn't feel anything like that. It felt like a um, movie with a purpose, movie with a mission to like teach people that there are these little parts of the space program that many people, I don't think even to this day, don't know that they exist. Um, because I picked up on this radio telescope there in Australia from the internet. One article that I was reading, I will try and find it to the description of this video as well, the article. But um, and about Sam Neill, still, you get the feeling that the guy enjoys this kind of movies. He looked to be at ease with himself in this role, and that made it feel nice, and that made it feel so well. I would use the word lovable again, but it made me smile all the time. And this movie made me smile all the time. And I have to be honest, not many movies do. And I'm a big science fiction guy myself, so this kind of movie has to be this dramatic, like theatrical movie has to be very good to make to get any kind of reaction out of me. And this movie, The Dish, really did. So yeah, well, I guess what I'm trying to say, that if you are interested in NASA and the space program and space in general, but you want to get a real movie about it, not just this Hollywood special effects stuff that is out there all the time, um, go and check this. As I said, it's available at least here in Finland in iTunes. The price wasn't bad, so it's money well spent, because many times I think these small movies get swamped by the bigger movies that are out there. And um, yeah, you basically have to know about these movies, because I was searching for the YouTube or some other places as well for some reviews of this stuff. I mean, real reviews, not just few lines or anything like that. But it's very hard to find these days, or even reviews for these smaller movies, but because Um, Everything is nowadays like dominated by these big um, Hollywood kind of cartoony action movies. There's nothing wrong with those. Don't get me wrong. I like those too, but this kind of movie, The Dish, which had a fantastic story that really got at least me hooked from the beginning to the end. These seem to be dwindling, and that's a bad thing for the movie business, I think, because actually, let me get back to earlier video that I did even today. There's this movie by Michael Keaton and called The Founder, and I was so shocked and disappointed when I discovered that the movie has been out in the States since the 20th of January this year. And it surprisingly, it hasn't made the top grossing movies list box office wise. So it seems that even the American box office lists are these days dominated by action movies, by movies like Marvel and DC movies. So those seem to be always dominating, and everybody's waiting for them to come out. So um, I would strongly urge you to support these kind of small movies. And about the movie Dish, if I will repeat this once more, if you are interested in space technology, if you are interested in space movies, if you are interested in NASA, if you are interested in smaller movies about NASA, this is a perfect fit for you. So um, yeah, about the other actors, I was in this movie. I was scrolling through the list, and it really seems that Sam Neal is the only like well-known actor in this movie. I think it's partly the fact that not so many Australian movies make it out to the European market or even the US market, because it's the European movie cinema market or movie market seems to be swamped by American movies, and that's okay too, because I'm a big fan of those. But it would be nice to get these other kind of movies as well. And the other actors in this movie, if I take the three top billing actors here, Billy Mitchell, Ross Hammond, and Christopher Robin Street. So, and this is by the way from IMDb. So, yeah, go and check this movie out. It's a fantastic movie. It's about 1 hour. Let me check. It's about 1 hour. Where is the information? Oh, wait, I'm scrolling down here. At the same time, here we go. It should be somewhere here. Okay, I actually I didn't find it, but it's about 1 hour 45 minutes. So it's a nice, not too long, not too short movie. You get the general idea. You get the main story of it, which is this a small group of people operating this antenna in the middle of nowhere in Australia. So and there wasn't a minute or like instant in the movie that I wasn't either smiling or just thoroughly enjoying myself. So yeah, go and check this movie out. It's worth your time. It's even worth a little bit of your money here. So yeah, that's it for The Dish. But go check it out and support like smaller movies as well. That's always good. So, have a nice evening or morning or day, whenever you are watching this. See you again. Bye.